Hi there, guys. I am just going live, literally on the second there, an alarm just went off at the side of me. So, hi, it's Adrian here again, and the long-awaited interview with Jack that we didn't get a chance to do last week didn't happen yesterday, and I'm going to have a giggle with Jack in a minute, but this is all going to be about messenger bots. It's what Jack specialises in, and I'm looking forward to bringing him on, really introducing him to most of you guys in the group. Some of you will know him anyway, but for the rest of you guys, just to bring him in here, let you see his passion and his knowledge all about these messenger bots. We'll learn what they are, we'll see how we can be using them, and this is going to be a great little interview. So I won't leave Jack hanging any longer. Let's bring him in and welcome, Jack.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Hey, Adrian, you right?
Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Thanks for having me on, finally. Long anticipated. Yeah, apologise for the previous kind of attempt of getting you on.
I didn't blame you, don't worry. No, it was Skype. Sadly, we need Skype to do this interview like this, and for most of us, actually, Skype's it's not something we're using these days, is it?
Well, it's funny for me. It was my computer just didn't want to use or accept Skype ever again. I was obviously using it, and now I use Zoom things. So it just wasn't working. It wouldn't work, and I spent I don't know how long trying to get the Skype to work on my PC, and it was just one simple 1 minute YouTube video that showed me how to do it all, and here I am. So.
I've actually made videos like that around camera, you know, if there's something on a camera that's really bugged me, and I've thought, I'll just make a little video about this. And it's great because I get these little comments back from people going, thank you so much. I've been struggling with this. And I couldn't have helped you with Skype, but I understand that. I know how that works. So your wife had a good birthday yesterday. That was... I know you hadn't forgotten it, but I got you in trouble on here yesterday for making out that you'd forgotten it. But
you did. I had to quickly dig myself out of the grave before people start unsubscribing to my Facebook page.
You didn't get hate mail, did you?
No, I should have had a message board that says, it's your wife's birthday today.
That's right, yeah. Something new there. Well, I just said to Jack, actually, before we came on, it's Rachel, my wife's birthday, Friday. And she's just been ribbing me, actually, because I'm going on at lunchtime into somebody else's group, and she's just been going, who would do that and book something on their wife's birthday? But exactly. I did keep the evening free because I knew that it's, you know, we'd be going out for a meal, and we can do all right. So guys, as you come and join us, please just put any questions or comment. Let us know that you're here, and it'll be really good just to keep this nice and interactive today. And we are going to be talking about all things messenger bots. Now, I just want to introduce Jack a little bit, because actually, I've known you, it's been a couple of years since I joined BBD. You were already in there. James Wedmore's Business by Design. You stood up. You were the guitar guy back then, and you were on his videos as someone who'd made this guitar video. Now I love that I know you've still got that, but the whole messenger bot thing. Because I'm guessing it's a similar journey to what I've done with video. I joined Business by Design actually with a photography course. Right. But because people were coming to me going, you need to teach me how to do your videos, I then transitioned and did that. And I'm guessing the same's been the case for you, yeah?
Yeah, so a very similar thing where it landed on my lap. It kind of just happened, and I just went for it. And as you're saying, with the guitar business at the time, it was, it was great. And to have that as a hobby and turn that into a business is fantastic. The funny thing was with the guitar business was that we were noticing, our engagement with my YouTube channel, where I've got 3 million views and 20,000 subscribers, really big engagement, massive. All of the traffic that we were driving from our YouTube channel to our actual website was great. And we're getting people signing up for free, chord book or free music book or what have you. The minute people went into our email, or we started driving people to a Facebook page, we were losing our engagement hugely with our audience. And there was no connection in there. And it was really affecting the business in a sense, So we weren't quite sure what was going on. And at the time, we were looking at where we were losing our engagement or where we were losing the business. And primarily it was coming down to, people opting in for something, but not then following it through, and losing email open rates and losing email click-through rates. So it wasn't until we heard about this tool, Chatbots, and that we should run one of our launch campaigns for our new guitar product for a chatbot. So we decided to kind of use them and incorporate them in 2017. And it worked like amazingly well. We got loads of engagement. We've got loads of people driving to the sales page. And you know, we drove 3 times more sales than we did ever do in our previous launches. And this was 2017. So as you do inside business by design, you kind of wins and your kind of breakthroughs on a launch, and you break it all down. And I remember doing the whole debrief, and the debrief is, you know, a long process, and it just came down to that kind of area that we focused on high engagement of our audience and driving them to our live content and driving them to our live video streams and then driving them to our sales pages was outperforming much better than our other previous setup.
Really?
So I mentioned that I had this huge debrief, and at the bottom I then said, we also had chatbots that helped us massively. All we did was this. And then from that, I must have had at least 10, 15 people in the space of like a weekend saying, how did you do that chatbot? What was this chatbot thing? I've heard about this chatbot. I want to do it for me. So I got on a call with a few people that I know really well, just who are friends, and I helped them with what I did basically with my business and in their launch. And they were bringing in 3, 4, 5 times more sales than what they did in their previous launches. So it's kind of becoming almost a bit too much of a coincidence.
Yes.
I guess you could say from there, I've kind of now gone forward with teaching people and setting up business owners and entrepreneurs how to leverage the power of chatbots for, you know, generating leads and bringing in more sales. And that's kind of my story, if you like. It's gone from there. It's gone from there.
Love it.
It's similar to you. It's landed on my feet. Didn't realize this was going to be my path, but here I am.
Excellent. And I love that. And I think that, you know, it comes through, it's very different if it's something that you go, you know, you're naturally helping people with to start with, and then you can kind of take that and use it. And I think people are drawn to it, and it, you know, it comes through.
I've been actually helping people for a year. Before I even took on any revenue from it.
Brilliant.
And then now, people saying they've got to charge you for this, you know. So I was like, okay.
Let me just take this back a minute. Now I've got we've got a few eyes on, a few people joining us today. I can't see any comments popping up on here, so guys, please just give us a wave. Let us know that you're on here with us. What I want to do, Jack, please, can we just really take this down to its simplest level? I'm sure somebody on will be saying, what is a chatbot? So what might people recognize a chatbot as being before we start getting into, you know, how we should be using this?
Before we start blowing people's minds. So in the most simplistic way, a chatbot is and will do everything that an email will do. So you have a list of people that you collect via email, and then they are on your list, meaning you can contact those people whenever you like and however you like, obviously to a certain degree, right? So a chatbot is exactly the same. The only difference is with email, it's going to land in your inbox. Whether that's your Gmail account or your work account or wherever your inbox is. With a chatbot, it lands in your inbox, but that inbox is your Facebook Messenger inbox. So everybody who has a Facebook profile, a personal profile, you will see that you'll have a few new things going on with your profile, as well as being able to post on your profile, as well as being able to share pictures of your family, as well as being able to now upload stories like an Instagram. You can also interact via chatbot. And I'm sure most of you people here may have used, say, WhatsApp before to communicate with friends and family, or used even Messenger bot to communicate with friends and family. That's exactly what it is. But the difference is, like email, where you can communicate with friends and family, you can also communicate business to customer. And a Messenger bot does exactly the same thing. You just communicate between your business to your consumers, to your customers, to your clients, your leads. And that's the most simplistic way of understanding it. It's just delivered in a different format. Instead of email, it's a chatbot.
Yeah. And people might be, I mean, to me, I know when I can go on somebody's page sometimes and there at the bottom is a little, you know, hi, how can we help you type thing, which I think is that kind of just the default from Facebook.
Exactly. So Facebook's pushing it through and trying to encourage pages to use their chatbot functionality. Yeah.
So that might be where we recognise it and go, right, that's kind of it then. Okay, so then so if I respond to that on somebody's page, I'm then in their kind of system, or it's like I've been added to their email list, yeah?
Pretty much, yeah.
But they're connecting with me now through Messenger.
Exactly, and it allows you to have a more one-on-one direct conversation with that business that you're interested in, or that business that you want to find more information about. You see, the one thing about email, it's a very much a one-way traffic. You receive the email, you read it, you consume it, you get the choice to click on it and go and view the content, or just ignore it and put it in spam. Whereas with a chatbot, it's very much a two-way street now. You're having more of a conversation with that person or that page or that brand, that company. And it allows you to be more personable. And also people are responding much higher to messenger chatbots for customer services, or I want to find out what it is you do, or I want to find out your brand a bit more than what you do. And they feel quite giddy and happy receiving a kind of personalized, message from this company. It's very similar to when you contact a friend and then that friend gets back to you an hour later and you kind of laugh and then you reply back and then they come back to you again, you reply back. It's that similar feeling. But instead of being a friend, it's with a business or a company that you're interested in knowing more about.
Yeah, but it does come with it's a fine line, isn't it? And actually this is, my wife particularly can't stand these things, when it kind of comes in and it's like, it's somebody trying to pretend they're having a conversation. But it's dead clear it's automated, and an email is sort of there and it's a business thing and it can sit in your inbox. But this feels like it's getting into someone's personal space. So there must be a kind of etiquette really of respecting that. And I totally hear, I agree with what you're saying, that it does give that extra level of personal contact. But you're right in there with their chats with their friends, aren't you? And
sure. Yeah, you are. And, like you said with email, you got the choice of reading it when you want to read that email. The thing with a chatbot is, there are different ways of setting it up so that you're not too intrusive, and you're not kind of bombarding them, if you like, in a spammy kind of way.
Yeah.
You can obviously, the benefits of it is that it pings up on your phone instantly. So if you're interested in that brand or that company, then you're 9 times out of 10 going to want to see what it is they're talking about. Now, if you're on the train, you're running for the airport, you haven't got time to read it, but you've seen it, okay, you can quickly hide it and carry on with your day. You don't have to read it there and then. It's there in the back of your mind. So there are ways about, dealing with that. And that's all comes with the current climate and the online world that we're in now anyway. I'm getting pinged all the time with all kinds of things. When I go on Facebook to see, my mum who's in Thailand and I want to see some of her photographs and her pictures that she's doing. I'm also being targeted by ads everywhere. And it's happening everywhere else, Instagram,
I know.
So on. So we're kind of getting in with those times. And I completely see what your wife means. The thing is, if you don't want to hear from that company again, you can just very quickly unsubscribe from that messenger bot.
You can.
The idea is to, it's similar to email. If you've subscribed to someone's podcast and you're going to get emails every week on their podcast show and you haven't opened them for the last 2 or 3 months, why are you still receiving those emails? Just unsubscribe. We'll take control of it a bit better. And that comes to the person also sending the message, whether it's an email and it's a bit spammy and a bit salesy, or whether it's a chatbot and it's a bit too regular and it's a bit too much. There's a lot of chatbot guys I follow clearly because of my own personal interest in how they do things. I also follow brands and companies when I take on new clients in a niche market in an industry that I don't know very well. So I'll follow somebody or a company who are doing it for at least a week or so I get an idea of how they're doing it so I can adapt it to my client. And there are so many things that frustrate the hell out of me that I really want to quickly describe. So I get exactly what you're saying. I think the power is to be able to control it, to be able to control who you follow and who you don't want to follow.
I'm going to ask you in a second for some sort of etiquette tips really, or what's worked, what hasn't. Before I get on to that, you haven't seen...
because of the way we're doing this interview, bless him, Jack's stuck there on Skype and he can't see the comments coming in, but lots of people just say, let me just take a second actually. Andrew's saying hi. Alice is just saying, monetize before you make it, Jack. Kenneth is just saying hi from West Virginia. Evo's here, and
hey, Evo.
Hans has just posted, let me just stick this one up. Jack Long, where can we learn more about chatbots and the implementation? Do you teach about that somewhere?
Yes.
Hans, Hans, thank you for the question. We are going to put a link in here at the end of this if you're hopefully stick around with us while we're having this chat, but we are going to put a link in the comments afterwards, so come back to it and you're going to be able to find out more about Jack, and he's got a little freebie for us as well, so nice one there. But so let's just jump back a second then, Jack, sorry. You know, if I'm wanting to implement this chat, I like the idea that I can, you know, talk to people like this and I can have this sort of more personal relationship. What would be a good way to go at this? You know, if, as I'm going to say at the end of this, we're doing, you know, I've got a launch coming up next week. We're doing a webinar, which is then going to open the doors to the Academy. How do what sort of, am I pretending I'm having a bit, I don't say pretending, but am I kind of like I might put a post on Instagram or Facebook and just a general post to this person, or is it purely information, you know, 2 days to go, jump in here?
Sure. Yeah, so...
What works? What doesn't work? I'm sure you've tried things and thought I won't do that again.
There's many different ways that you want to be, how you want to address this and how you come across it. The best thing to do is to be yourself and how you want people to react and engage the messenger bot itself. So if you're going to approach this like you would do with an email, then you're probably going to get Facebook shutting you down pretty fast. You're going to get nobody following you, and you're going to get spammed like hell. People are going to spam the crap out your page, right? So
how do you mean?
If you're annoying people over chatbot, people can let Facebook know that you are bugging the hell out of them. That then puts a bad report on your algorithm, meaning that then obviously you're kind of almost blacklisted by Facebook. So the best thing, I personally think, messenger chatbots are so vital in this day and age of the way we communicate, especially with like GDPR and everything else that's happened recently, is that chatbots force you to be a better marketer for your business to your customers. It forces you to know your customers inside out and your avatar. It forces you to know how to talk to them in their language and the jargon that they use. And if you're talking to them like you would write an email, it's going to just come across really spammy, really salesy, and really kind of like, who the hell is this moron? Right? So you've got to be
talking into my private little space here,
Right. So you talk to your chatbots just how you come across on camera, really like personable, really friendly, and just Adrian, right? That's your brand and that's who you are. That's how they want to talk to you on a chatbot. So you do exactly the same thing. And with a messenger bot, it allows you to personalize things like, hey, Adrian, how's it going? We've got a really cool video today. We've got a guy on called Jack. He does messenger chatbots. If you want to learn a bit more about it, click on the button below, show some interest, ask some questions. Love to see you there. Thumbs up.
Brilliant.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just simple, off the tongue, very nicely, and not long as well. Using GIFs is quite good fun.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
So if you say things like, hey, we're running a bit late for 5 minutes. I'm really sorry. My phone broke. And the GIF is like a broken phone. It'll just kind of set people laughing and I'll wait till you go.
And you can see that.
You can set the tone with a certain conversation or a certain topic that you're trying to address. You can really say a lot in a GIF or an image or even just a couple of emojis, So yeah, absolutely. You don't want to come across too spammy. And something you said about I think it was your wife said it, where they're trying to be someone they're not, or they're trying to have a conversation and they're not there. Clearly, it's probably 1 o'clock in the morning for them and it's like midday for your wife. So what I tend to do is I let people know that they're talking to my Facebook page. That's not me as a person, it's my page. And my page, I say, hey, it's Jack's messenger bot here. How can I help you?
Right.
But it's done. That one line tells you who you're talking to.
Yep.
And if they don't want to talk to the bot, you give them the opportunity to talk to me direct.
Okay.
So if you want to talk to Jack, click on the button below and we'll get back to you ASAP. While you're there, ask us a question and Jack will come back to you in person. And that's it. Done.
So do you, as you're saying that, I'm thinking, so you give people options. I know I've seen that sometimes that people will say, do you want this, that or the other? And actually, you know, like, I mean, it's making a lot of sense straight away. The idea of doing this and being able to send a message out and say, come and listen to Jack.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm able, as I would with emails and things, to kind of tag people or segment them, am I, within the back end of it all? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So the powerful thing about it is it's very quick to segment and put your audience into buckets based on their interests or what they want.
So you can say, do you want to hear about me about this? Right. Yes or no? And
exactly. Add yourself to my list where every week I invite CEOs and I interview them here on my page, and you can then tag that person and you can start building a list of people who are interested in knowing whenever you go live next. And that's the most simplistic way of doing it, obviously. But it's again really powerful. And you know, I think one thing to think again, it goes back to that. What is a chatbot? Think of a chatbot, a messenger bot. It can do everything that your website can do. Okay. This is kind of where it's going. It's the world's fastest growing channel at the moment. That's faster than any other online platform. Right? It's faster than Facebook itself. It has like over 1.6 billion active users every month. And the most amazing thing about it is that it allows you to basically, you know, have your audience come in and know a snapshot about you in an instant, but also direct them in a way where your website can do as well. So you can do everything that your website does.
Right.
So if you have a landing page that's offering a free lead magnet, the chatbot can do that. If you are asking people to sign up for a webinar, the chatbot can do it.
Yeah.
If you're driving people to the webinar, the chatbot can do it. If you have an about me page, chatbot. If you have, you know, you get the idea, right? So
is that you or me?
Not me.
Oh dear. Hang on, how do I stop that? Sorry guys, I've got to...
Is it a phone call?
Oh dear, it's coming through, my computer's picking it up. It's a Facebook Messenger chat from my daughter in LA, bless her. Oh dear, how do I stop that? Decline, there we go, right. I'm thinking, oh, come on, Jack. Got your phone on.
How can I throw Adrian off? Send him a chatbot halfway through the call. But no, you get the idea.
Yeah, fantastic. So tell us get us excited about a few of the things that we could do then, and then I'd be quite keen just to come back and maybe what are the first steps, or, you know, how do we start out implementing this really? Yeah,
great idea. So one of the best things to do with it is, like with email marketing, is to collect a list of people who are your followers, your readers, whoever, your fans. So collecting a list is probably the best thing to do, starting off with a chatbot. And, you know, there are many ways about doing that. So the first thing that your guys would need to know is that you can only run a messenger chatbot from your Facebook page. Okay, not your Facebook group and not your own personal profile. Your page only, which is your business page. So whenever you are sending out a chatbot, it's going to whoever you're sending it to via your page. So they're going to receive it from your page name, okay?
Yes.
So they're already talking to your page in that way.
Yeah.
So this is really, really quite cool in the sense that when someone's engaging back with your page, what it's doing is it's ranking your page up. So engaging back with your chatbot's linked to your page. So it's telling Facebook, this page is having massive amounts of engagement and interaction from these people. Yeah, it's really clever. And then therefore it ranks your page up the algorithm, and then that will then in turn lower your ad spend as well on future advertising and marketing. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And the other clever thing that you can do is that you can set, as we're talking about audiences and segmenting, you can tell the chatbot to start collecting people as an audience who have, let's say, signed up to your webinar.
Yeah.
So these buckets of people have all opted in for Adrian's webinar, and all of these people are my perfect audience. So now tell my ads manager or my Facebook ads profile that these are my audience for the webinar ads that I've got. So when you've got lots of people interacting with a specific thing that you've got an ad connected to it, it will then raise your profile even more by looking for your more high quality, perfect client and your perfect quality customer.
Okay.
So these are all different kind of things. I'm just kind of probably blowing your mind a bit. But when you start building your list for a chatbot, you can do so many different amazing things that are linked to your page. Okay. So the first thing I'll do is build your list, and there's many lots of tools that we can do that, and I'll share my screen in a minute. I've got a web page where I've got 5 or 6 different tools on one web page. You wouldn't put all 5 on one web page, but I've just done it to show you them off. You grow your list. Once you've got your list, you want to engage with them. And once they're inside your chatbot, you engage with them, you welcome them, you say, hey, just like you would do an email, where you have a welcome email series. You might welcome them, you might tell them a bit about you, you might send them to a blog post, and day 1, day 2, you're doing this, day 3, you're doing that. So you can set up a sequence of chatbots that go out over a week or 10 days, welcoming that new lead into your zone, right?
Yeah.
And once they've gone through that process, you can then take them out of that bucket and put them into the next new bucket, warming them up maybe towards a lead bucket, warm them up towards a webinar, or whatever it might be. So there's lots of different things you can do. Anything you can do with email, anything you can do on your website, you can do inside the bot. Now, some of the most popular tools that you can use, there are tools that I'll show you in a minute called growth tools. Growth tools is a bit like lead pages or a bit like ClickFunnels. It allows you to capture the lead across the internet. Okay, the most popular one to date is when you go live on Facebook, for example, on your page, and you're live right now, and let's say you said to everybody who's watching us, if you type in the word chatbot, this is not going to work, by the way, so don't do it. But if you type in the word chatbot, when they type in that specific keyword, it then pings a messenger bot to that person based off of whatever it is you've promised. So let's say you've got a freebie this week and you say, hey, I've got a brand new freebie. You guys are the first to see it. If you type in the word pro video down below, we're going to send it to you right now via chatbot. And the minute they type in pro video, they get it in the palm of their hand in their messenger bot. It's done, delivered straight away. Yeah. And that's all about engaging with people via your Facebook page and then communicating with them via your chatbot.
Okay.
So build a list, engage with them, get happy fans, turn them into super fans, and then sell to them via your chatbot. Yep. And just based on what you were saying about your webinar, you can, the chatbot is one of the most powerful tools to use to drive your audience to an event like a webinar or a video series or whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because how many people have you got signed up for your webinar?
It's less than 24 hours. I think there's about 40 people on there at the minute.
Let's say you get to 1,000. So you've got 1,000 people registered, okay?
Yeah.
And you're about to go live in half an hour. When you email everybody that you're about to go live in half an hour, roughly about 20% of those people will open that email, okay? And then that's obviously 200 people. Of that 20%, only 5% of them will click on the link and go to your webinar.
Yeah.
Okay. My maths isn't great, but
sadly we know those stats. Yeah.
With a chatbot, especially with live events, because we've asked them before, do you want to come to this live event? Yes.
Yeah.
They've opted by the chatbot. We get roughly about 97% of the people open the bot.
Yes.
And we're getting about 65 to 70 are clicking and going on to the webinar.
Amazing.
So if you can drive more people, more eyeballs to your event and more eyeballs to your product and your pitch, more eyeballs to your sales page, you're going to make more sales.
Yeah,
it's not rocket science, okay? It's not about the way you pitched it. It's not about the offer. It's not about the price.
No.
It's just you didn't have enough people looking at it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's absolutely, for me, that's been the thing. The last launch that we did, I came away from it. Those that came on the webinar loved it. But it was just a numbers game. So,
exactly.
I can see I'm needing this. Fantastic.
Cool. Shall I show some of your guys?
Please do. Yeah. Let's see. So if I just jig this screen over, let's see. Let's get rid of me and put it onto you. So that should be your full screen now.
Okay, so I'm going to share screen. Just let me know that everyone can see this. They'll probably see you. So
I was just going to say, yeah.
Can you see that?
Minimize that. Yeah, I'm still there slightly. Are you able to?
Can you see? Can you see the screen behind? Right.
I can see it behind. Yeah, but we've still got me in front of it.
I'm going to get rid of
there
you.
you go. Yep. Get rid of me.
Okay. Right.
Excellent. Yeah, we can see that full screen.
What I'm going to quickly show you guys is the first steps is obviously getting people to join your bot. Okay, building your list with a messenger chatbot. And I'm not saying email isn't important. When people join your chatbot, you can still grow your email list as well. And we're finding we're growing our email list more so through a messenger bot. So it's really powerful, right? Yep. So let's just pretend this is your website or a blog page on your website, whatever it is. And before we start, we've got to hear the top here is your typical kind of web page, download my free awesome ebook right now. And what I've got here is I've got a button. And as you know, when you go into any website, you've got a button. It allows you to opt in via your email and your name to then opt in for this freebie, okay? But what I've got here is I've got a button that just says receive this in Messenger. So they don't have to give me their email address. They don't have to give me their name. They just simply click on this button.
Excellent.
Okay? And then inside the Messenger bot, like here, for example, I would then receive that PDF or that free ebook, okay? And this button here is embedded on the website. It's really easy to do. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes to set that up. Okay. Another button here, as you can see on the web page. Again, you wouldn't have this all on one web page. I'm just using one page.
Yep.
So it's easier for you guys to see it as a visual perspective. But this time the button is now customized. It's a bit more like a Kajabi or a ClickFunnels or a Lead Pages button. So it hasn't got the kind of messenger thing, which could put people off. But this time we've got a nice button where we can write whatever the hell we like in here. So I can put download free ebook or whatever it might be. Yep. Again, that's embedded. And it's got a tick box here in case of any GDPR worries if you're worried about that. Okay?
Yeah. So is that download now, that is a messenger button, you're saying?
I wrote that myself.
Yeah. So that is that's going into our chatbot.
Correct. So the minute someone clicks on this, it's going to go straight into a chatbot.
So, sorry, why is there a tick to then send to Messenger if that's what it's doing?
So it says download now. The tick box to confirm that you're happy for me to send this to a Messenger bot.
So you need to tick that before the button does anything?
Correct.
Understood.
Just like you would do if you were ticking the box to say, yes, I confirm this person can send me an email.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, got that.
Same kind of principles, like a GDPR kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, on this side, now imagine if someone's on your blog page or they're reading about a specific topic on a blog page post that's really popular. You can embed a really nice box. Obviously, the color can be anything you like. You can add an image, header, subheader. And again, you can have a button. And it could be like they might be reading about, I don't know, your top tips for cameras. And then your free giveaway could be camera lenses or something. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just making this up. But again, it sits here. It's sharp. It's bright. And it allows them to just simply click on the button and they get that free giveaway. And it sits on the web page the whole time. It's a really nice lead capturing tool, this one, and it works really well.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one's the most popular. It's called Slide In. So as they're scrolling down, it just slides in like this, as you can see.
This is when you hit a certain point as you scrolled, correct. Yeah?
Exactly. So I selected 45% of this web page, and it's scrolled within 45% of me being on the web page. Again, the design is very similar. You can change the background. You can add an image, header, bullet points. And then the wording is slightly different, so I've changed it to get this in Messenger. Okay?
Yeah.
Again, this is great. This is free training. Like free training, sign up in Messenger maybe. Or, hey, I've got a webinar, free training, no email required. Just sign up now. I do put things like no email required in my text under here so people realize that they don't have to submit their email. I'm just going to get rid of that box there. Okay, the next one is going to be bright and pink, and you want to be looking at the top of the screen as I scroll down. It's going to be a hover bar. There it is.
Yes.
And the hover bar is really nice. This can sit, again, on any page that you choose. You can choose to have one page or all of your pages across your website. This, by the way, is my Kajabi website, as you know. And again, you can put anything you like here. But it says live free training. Sign up here. There we go. They can sign up for the live free training.
Brilliant. Okay. And this is, I see that's ManyChat, so it's not a third-party thing or anything. This is actually all within ManyChat as their options.
Correct. Yeah. So
brilliant.
Yeah. Something we didn't talk about is ManyChat is the software platform that I use to create marketing campaigns with messenger chatbots. So very similar to if you use MailChimp for your email campaigns, or if you use Infusionsoft or whatever it is you use. ManyChat's very similar to MailChimp.
Is that still very much the provider? I don't know of any others.
Yeah, there are others, obviously. ManyChat's the one I use because it allows me to be more flexible with online digital marketing. There's another one called Chatfuel. If you've got maybe like a Shopify or an Amazon page, where you sell physical goods, that's pretty good for that. But ManyChat's the one that works for me. It's probably the easiest and most powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, here we've got a standard text, background, and a normal Kajabi button. Okay, normal Kajabi button. But the minute I click on this button, it's going to, actually, if I just do it this way around, it will open it up in a chatbot. So what I've done is I've created the chatbot as a clickable link.
Yeah.
As a clickable link. It just says, awesome, Jack, you're here. There's your free guide, as a test thing.
Yeah.
But again, it shows you that you can create a clickable link and you can put that link anywhere you like. It can be a hyperlink inside an email. It can be on your Facebook page. It can be Instagram, wherever you like. Okay. And as I've put it here in a button on my Kajabi site. Okay. And then you can also create just anything really, like a landing page, button, and many different things. And then the last thing that you can also do is once people are on your website and they go to click exit, you can have an exit pop up. Once I go up to the exit thing, it should work. Might not do it if I refresh the page. Sometimes if I've done it already, it won't do it.
Yes, that's right. You can set the thing, can't you?
Here
they all come. Wow.
So this pops up and it says, wait, don't go anywhere until you've registered. And again, it grabs their attention. And the minute someone clicks on this, it basically pings them a chatbot, welcome. It gives you a big green thing saying, woohoo, well done, you're all set. Visit now and receive your free gift inside the chatbot. They click on that button. It goes to the chatbot. It says, welcome, thank you for subscribing. If you ever want to unsubscribe, just press stop. And it's really simple, really nice, and really easy to navigate around and to use. And so there you go. That's just some of the growth tools that we use. These are called growth tools, by the way. These tools there's many more that you can create, and they capture your leads and grow your list. And then once they're inside the chatbot, it's really simple to create a chatbot. Here's one here, for example. This is a pretty cool little bot. It's kind of like a wheel of fortune. So if you want to give people coupon codes or give them gifts, you can create different chats depending on what they want to do. You can do like a coupon code giveaway to people.
Right.
You can do a quiz. You can do surveys. And it was in, I think, Forbes magazine about 4 months ago that the top lead magnets at the moment are quizzes and surveys.
Okay.
Ebooks and things.
Yeah.
So if you can set up a quiz for people to go through and have fun with, you're likely to convert people quicker with, say, hey, take our really cool quiz and whatever it might be. It's really, really clever stuff that you can do.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Really cool. Let me quickly preview this one and show your guys.
I like that actually. I'm just thinking, it's almost like it's a bit like that introductory conversation that I would have with a customer, and just it's a chance. I'm just seeing I could use that very much and saying, have you got a camera already? Yes, no. Go to one or the other, and what type of camera is it, and all these kind of things. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And it is like that conversation where you give them the yes or no answer, the black or white route. And whichever route they go down, it then takes them down the rabbit run, if you like, or the rabbit hole a little bit further, depending based on their answers.
And that was a graphic that was inside ManyChat you just had there then. That's a way that you can visually lay it out.
Correct. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like actually in a minute on the build.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
That's okay. But this is just a fun thing you can have. I do this kind of thing where I make it a bit more fun, like, hey, Wheel of Fortune, try your luck, spin the wheel. And when I clicked on that button, it's replying as me typing the words, spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Okay. And then once you click on the button, it then should ping in a minute. It is a test one, to be fair. And the internet's quite slow. But when you've got a GIF in there, it's a bit slow.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There it goes.
So Wheel of Fortune, get ready for your prize. You can add GIFs. It's quite effective. It's quite engaging. It makes them stay here, kind of, oh, God, what's this going on here?
Yeah.
Then it's typing. You see it's typing down here. So it looks like I'm typing. And your prize is, and it's typing away as if I just started, wow, congratulations, you've won a coupon code to receive 70% off your next purchase. Obviously that would be a coupon, which is fun. And then they can click on this button and they get their coupon code. Really
Excellent.
fun, really, engaging, completely different to email, completely different way of engaging your...
It is. Yeah,
followers.
I can see how different that is.
Yeah, it's good fun. Back to the build. This is what a chatbot build looks like. The basic, let me quickly just go to starting from fresh. Test. Okay. I'll just put your initials in it, so it's you.
Yep.
So you start with a box, okay? Everyone gets a
Yep.
blank box, your starting step. This is essentially the first message that anybody's going to see. Let's say if you created one of these on my page that I showed earlier.
Yeah.
When they click that button, it will then come to this here.
The first message, yeah.
Yeah, and you can link these messages up with any of those cool features that I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
You can make it personal, hey, and then you've got these little buttons down here, if I could show you, like a colon. And the colon kind of allows you to personalize it. Hey,
Okay, yeah.
And that's getting their details from Facebook. So whatever your personal Facebook details is giving ManyChat, it will then come back as your name. Okay?
Yep.
So it picks up all these details from Facebook. Thanks for being here, and you can then add emojis. Oops, so you click on the little thing there, you've got emojis. You can add any kind of emojis that you like.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. And then you can say, choose the following. Oh, okay, now watch this. This is really clever. I'm going to go to the emoji. I'm just going to do like a little hand. And as you can see here, it's kind of telling us what it's saying. And then we can add buttons. So we can say blog posts.
Yeah.
And then we have a button. And then we can say
some free training or something. Yep.
Live videos. And then we can say maybe ebook. Okay?
Yeah.
So you're getting them three options. Those three could be completely different subjects. But now what we can do is we can go to basic builder. Sorry, go to flow builder. So you've got two options. You've got a basic builder, which is pretty, it's okay to do, but it's harder. The flow builder is a lot nicer. So now it allows me to have a separate conversation based on the three things that they've chosen. So I click on the little round circle thing here, and it allows me to do what I like. And I've now got some more options to choose. So I can send them a message. I can perform an action, like, for example, tagging them or subscribing them to a sequence.
Yeah.
That might say, you might have another one that says webinar, for example.
Yeah.
And then you can say, subscribe this person to webinar, right?
Yeah.
Lots of different things you can do. So you can tag them. And then when they get tagged in the background, you can then send them a new message, based on, like, here is our most popular blog posts.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can get fancy pants and you can add graphics like these kind of cool things, these cards, right? So you can have an image. Let's just put an image, any image in there. Just chuck that in for now. So you can have an image. It could be blog one, and then you can talk about blog one, and then you can have a link that says blog one, open website, and it'll be www.blog1.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you follow suit again. So you do the next card. Next card. And so on, and so on, and so on. And so you can have these visualized cards now, allowing people to choose more in-depth kind of content that you're to your audience in a much more visual way than you can do on a Facebook page, and more so certainly inside email. But just based on this, what I've just done here, I've kind of created a really nice flow very quickly.
Yeah.
That could be open website. So it just goes to a website instead of having a flow. And this could be whatever you want it to be. You can then say new message. You go to the new message. You can say, this is what I like doing, this kind of thing. Download. And then you can upload a file, and that can be the ebook.
Fantastic. Yeah.
You don't need Dropbox or any of those kind of things anymore. Or maybe it's audio, a snippet, or latest podcast, or even a video. Okay. So again, it can do everything that you physically can do inside an email, or anything you can do physically inside a web page or a landing page. You can now do the whole thing inside a messenger bot. Okay, and it's really, really quite simple to do. As you can see all the little tools and the little things that I'm doing here. Not that difficult to build out a sequence. It's called a sequence, by the way, or a flow.
All right, Jack, just quick question. The video button there, is that only showing a very small video then within the Messenger chat, or does it open out to a bigger screen or anything?
It does. It opens out.
Does it?
Yeah.
My mind's going to a kind of 3-part video series, the way you would drip it out through email.
Well, it's a good question. The only downside is you've got a small window, a small file size to upload. So the idea of the video, you could probably upload
It's only meant to be a little chatty thing, is it, rather than a...
It's like a 2 to 3 minute video. It's like, hey, Adrian here. I've got a webinar on XYZ. Click the button below and register. Would love to see you over there. That kind of thing. ManyChat are looking at expanding that video, obviously, at the moment. Very similar to when Kajabi expanded their videos.
Yes.
It's all the same thing. These software platforms will, at some stage, I'm sure, ManyChat have aspirations, as you say, to have larger files.
Yeah.
You're limited.
I'm loving it. My mind's going all over the place, really, thinking of, can't believe I haven't. I mean, I said, when we spoke about this, I'm saying, nah, I don't like them. I find them cheesy, but I'm looking at this going, that's pretty cool, actually. And I'm actually thinking, I should be doing this right now, or should have been doing this.
Right. They are good fun.
Kenneth,
I'll show you one of my. Go on.
Sorry, I was going to say, Kenneth's tagging people on here. Kenneth, I'm assuming that's because you're enjoying this.
Good stuff.
He's listed a whole load of people that he's tagging, which is brilliant. Please, amazing. Kenneth, post in here if you've got any questions about this. If, like me, you're kind of thinking about stuff, or anybody else that's watching along, throw some questions in. Jack will come back to us and help us out. Definitely. So this is one you've got, is it, Jack?
Yeah, this is like a welcome message that I give to people. So a welcome message is like the first thing that anybody will ever see when they first come into your Messenger chatbot. There's no way of getting around it. And it's just nice. Again, it's a nice visual way of welcoming them. A small paragraph about yourself, what to expect, and then, again, those kind of swipe cards to visualize what you do in your business.
So this is them. Sorry, this is them clicked a button. Then these ones at the bottom here.
Yeah, that's right. They click these buttons, and then essentially that will then take them to whatever it is they're interested in. It's really good fun. Main menu is pretty cool.In menu is a bit like your menu on your website. So you've got about Messenger bots and about us, program chatbots and free chat and stuff. And this kind of sits, as you can see here in the little telephone on the side. There's a menu that sits at the bottom of every chatbot that you're talking to, page-wise. Okay, so if I do it for my PC, it'll be down here. Should be. Let's have a look. And that's you personally. So where is it? On me, it should be here. So down here, there's these 3 little lines.
Okay.
And I click on these 3 lines, and it brings up a menu.
Did not know
and you've
that.
Got to think of this as a menu on your website. So you click on this to that section of that menu, or I go back. So really quite cool. Let's have a look at Rachel Miller's, shall we? There's Moolah, Rachel Miller's. Hers will be, I want my folks to see my content. I want to make more sales. Other, so I want to make more sales, and then it gives you some other things to click on, and it's really, really cool. Very quick to navigate and find, and it's just like navigating around a website. So again, you can create a main menu based off of your website, whatever's working really well. And that's really, really clever. And there's
Jack,
so much
I'm sitting here with a huge grin on my face, just kind of like, like I'm having my eyes open to this for the first time. I can see why you're so passionate about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's good. It's just good fun. I enjoy building these bots. I hate writing emails, and I hate writing copy, and I hate writing emails, and I just despise that.
I totally agree. Like you say with emails, it's, you send them out and you might get 1 or 2 responses, and you think, do people want these? Are they, it's horrible. It's there's no conversation or interaction in it, is there?
No, there really isn't. Sequences
this is way
great.
more my style, really. This is.
Let's have a look at sequence, Terry. I've just done a new one. Test. Create a sequence. Sequence is great. Really good fun. Definitely well worth doing. So basically, you're gone. You can add someone into a sequence, basically, and you can send a message out.
Yes.
Whenever you want. So you
I think I've dabbled at this before. Actually, I've done this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just going to quickly ask. You're on the Pro account. There's a. It's not expensive, is it? There's an upgrade to the Pro bit? Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, so the Pro account allows you to do a few more things, but honestly, if you're starting out, the free account will give you so much. Oh my gosh, yeah.
So it's not the kind of thing where you start, quite often on a free trial or something, you're going, I can't get to the good stuff.
No, so you're likely to be using growth tools, broadcasts, and most of the automation in the first instance of
and that's all available.
Yeah, it's all available in the free. In the growth tools, where you'll be using a lot of your growth tools, some of them are under the Pro, but you won't be using these without a doubt. You've got all these other growth tools that you can play around with. These are amazing. There's that bar, there's that pop-up, there's that slot,
great.
buttons, all these kind of things. They all sit here. These are really cool. This is a good one, the customer chat. So it sits on like a sales page where you have a chat. With your what are they called? Zendesk, is it? And
that's right.
Yeah, those kind of guys. So this will sit there in a customer chat. It's completely free. You can put that on your sales page. And the most powerful thing about this is a tool I think nobody is even looking at this. If I click on it, the most powerful thing about this little thing is that if someone's on your sales page and they're asking you questions about your course, they can click on the little chat icon and ask you a question. It'll say, hey, ask us anything you want about this course, right?
Yeah.
So someone says, like whatever it might be, hi Adrian, do you have a payment plan or something like that?
Yeah.
The minute they're asking you a general specific question about your course, they're also adding themselves to your chatbot list.
Yeah.
And then you tag them saying, this person has asked me a question about my product.
Yeah.
In my list. And it's super, super powerful. And it just sits there nicely and it's just,
this will go where, so this can sit on your web page.
Sales page, web page, anywhere you want it to sit. It naturally people use these on their sales pages of their product sales page.
And you're choosing which page. So could I be specific with, for instance, a blog post page?
So look, you can hide on these pages or only show on those pages.
Fantastic. So actually, if I'm talking about, I don't know how to come up with titles on YouTube is one of my recent ones. The actual bot here could be talking.
Right.
Have you got any questions about whatever the topic was?
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. And if
I can be bothered to deal with that.
Well, the other thing is, if you've got general questions that people might ask you, let's quickly get that. You can go away. Just say you can come to what's called keywords. And keywords is really great. You can set up a keyword. If someone asks you general questions, when somebody just randomly types in anything inside your chatbot, it will generate a keyword. So let's just quickly choose a keyword now. Let's say I don't know, payment plans. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone uses the word plan. Create a keyword. We'll create a new reply, and then we'll just put be rude. We'll publish that. Okay, so when I now go to MessengerBot, and let's say someone's asking me a question, and they type in the word plan, what it'll do is it will then ping that keyword for me, and it normally pings straight away, but it's obviously a bit slow.
Was it plans? Does it matter that it was? Did you put plural?
I don't know, actually. It's a good point. It does matter, if you don't have it.
Where did you go?
Yeah, plans. Yeah, well spotted. Again, what you do is, there you go, so go away. So what you'd normally do is you'd put things like plan, plans.
Is this where you would use this then when you were saying earlier about it being like in this live conversation now then?
Yeah, completely. So if you've got people asking you lots of questions all the time about a specific thing, and then you're getting the same questions in general from your readers and your fans and followers, then you'd use keywords to just allow the bot to take off all of that administrational work that is you replying back to them, and allow then the bot to direct them in the direction they want to go to. So things like, do you have a course? Okay, the word course might pick up saying, hey, yeah, we have a course. Here it is. Are you interested in finding more information about the course? Okay, and just little things like that. I tried to join the webinar, but it didn't work. So it pings up. You put the keyword webinar. Hey, okay, here's the webinar. You can sign up now if you haven't registered already. Click on the button below. Just simple things like that. It just gets the job done, and it saves you time, or your team and administrational people time. Instead of writing back the most kind of silly questions that we all get, it just saves time. It just saves time.
Wow.
Back into the frame so you can see my face. How do I do that? I don't know how to do that. Okay. Am I back?
You are, and so am I. That's been brilliant. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. You've definitely whet my appetite for this. I'm going to be laying in bed tonight with all these ideas.
Excellent. That was
brilliant.
Excited.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and and genuinely, that's why I reached out, because I'm thinking. Yeah. I know whenever we've spoken, you're really excited and passionate about this, and this is, I should be doing it. And I'm thinking, nah. Definitely, but that's why I genuinely thought, well, rather than us have a chat on the phone, let's get you on here, and we're going to help others out as well. And
fun.
Fantastic. So, Jack, obviously the big question then, which Jack mentioned earlier, Hans mentioned earlier. So what is your offering? What do you do? Are you setting this up for people? Have you got a course, or how can people get in touch, and what can you offer us?
Yeah, so today we've got a link for people to enroll to a course that I've just literally launched. It's at the moment it's completely free for the first 100 people that come on board. So we're it's a ManyChat course. It's called ManyChat Made Easy, and it basically does everything that you need to do.
Just pop that into the conversation now, guys. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And it basically sets you up to creating your first, chatbot and setting up a ManyChat account. Everything that you need to know, everything that we've kind of covered here, but a lot more detail and a bit more strategy behind it as well. It's completely free. There's 4 modules, and it does everything you need. And it's really great. I love it. So that's my free course.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I also have an agency. So if anybody wants bots created and built for them, they can ping me direct, and I can do the general work for them, which we do. We take on clients normally around launches or growing a list, but 9 times out of 10 is if you're launching a membership site or you're running a webinar or a video series, then we can help drive traffic to that content and then drive traffic to your sales pages in order to bring in more sales. So that's something that we can do if you don't have time for that. And we also have another course, but it's a bit more deeper. For example, if you were wanting to learn how to do that yourself, like drive traffic to a webinar, or if you were wanting to create an automated system that brings in people as a lead, warms them up, and then sends them to an automated kind of video that then sells your product on Evergreen. We've got a whole system for that. And the great thing about that course is we have what are called plug and play templates. So instead of you having to spend an hour or two building this massive flow, because believe me, it takes a long time, you can just click on a button and it instantly will zoom into your ManyChat account within about a second. And it's all built for you. Yeah, these are tried and tested templates that we've built for our customers. And some of them were built for our customers' needs, like an evergreen webinar.
Yeah, and you've been able to adapt it.
A one-time offer. If someone opts in for a freebie and you want to send them to a sales page, there's a template for that, and many more. So that's our kind of full swinging, full-on course, very similar to your course, if you like. Regards to the value that it brings. Yeah.
So actually, so if people reach out to you, Evo has just clicked and he's in. And the bot wrote to him.
Love it.
That's good to know, isn't it? Well done, Evo.
Yeah.
I guess if people start out with that would make sense. That's why we've put it here, really. If people go through that and they have a taste of it, and then either they've got an option to go away and build this themselves, or if they just go, do you know what, I haven't got the time, they can just reach out to you and you'll help them out. Exactly. Perfect. Fantastic. Exactly. Yeah. Well, I've loved that. Yeah, that's been, I thoroughly enjoyed chatting with you. I will be in touch. I will go through this first of all and have a look at it, because I'm a classic kind of, and I think rightly so, it's the same with Facebook ads and all the rest of it. I don't like to outsource things that I don't understand. I like to have some kind of grip on it to be able to have a dabble first, but an element of control to know what you're doing. So you can kind of talk with someone and go, so when they're talking about a flow or something, I get what they're on about, and so I just like getting in and doing the work actually. So I will definitely have a go at that. So guys, I do really encourage you to download this. It's totally free. Thank you, Jack, for putting that and letting that be available to us. And please, if you're watching this in the replay, do come back to us with any questions on here. Absolutely. Just tag Jack or myself, and we'll spot that and we'll come back to you. And we should have got this set up, shouldn't we? We didn't think this through. We should have put a word in here and test it out. But no. We're too busy getting Skype to work. I know, yeah. Well, it may well be that... Thanks for having me on, though. It's been good fun. Yeah, and I'm just going to say, it might well be that this leads on to, if we get people coming back on this, then maybe there's a part 2 to this. And definitely, yeah. We'd love that. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks ever so much for your time, Jack. Thank you for your time. It's been lovely having you on. Guys. Thank you for everyone that's been on, and the comments, and as I say, keep them coming. And just to say, you will know, because right at the top of this page is a banner, and next week is me doing a webinar here on my own. Well, actually, it's not here. It's you got to follow a link and go through it. Got a lot more access and a lot more features that I can do on a webinar. Come over and join me on there. We're going to be talking about how you can get your videos looking like this. Talking about the set, talking about the camera, and the confidence with being on camera as well. So it's a big webinar that I do. 3 options to come and join me on. That's totally free. I'd love you to come and join me. So there's something. There's your call to action at the end once you've done this. What's this? Sorry, Kenny's just saying thanks. Still can't click the link, however. Don't understand why that is, Kenneth. Evo's clicked it and gone through. If you're having problems, we'll pick this up afterwards, and I'll send you. Yeah, we'll sort that out. But thanks, Kenneth. Thank you for being on. Glad you've enjoyed that. And again, thanks ever so much, Jack. And we'll see you all soon, guys. Yeah, take care. Bye.